Good evening, family. How y'all doing this evening? This is Ken Mills here with World Views. Now tonight we have a special show here for you. It's Love and Beyond. That means we talking about relationships, love, sex, money, everything you could think of. And I got the right people with me to talk about it. So I'm move over here to my immediate left. We'll start with this gentleman here.
What's going on? This the kid, A.D. Hodge. PV alumni, 2015, stand-up comedian. Roll with me.
All right.
Hey, I'm Elena.
Tell me your whole name and what do you do?
I am Elena Stafford. I'm in the fashion industry and I am a realtor.
Okay. So you need a house?
Check her out.
All right. Moving over to my immediate right.
Hi. I am Kenesha Davis. I have a lot of things going on, but I work in corporate America, and I'm good with numbers, and I'm going to leave it at that.
Okay. Good deal. Good deal. So, like I always say, I have my illustrious guest here, and you're going to learn exactly why. So, we'll start with our first question. And this first question I like to pose to the ladies, I'm going to start with Kenesha first, and then we'll go over to Elena. So, first question. What are your standards in a relationship, and what are you willing to accept?
Be authentic. You must be authentic with yourself. And what I'm willing to accept, I'm not willing to accept anything but respect. Respect. Period.
All right. So, Elena?
Well, okay, so what was the question? What
Okay,
are we willing to accept?
And what are your standards in a relationship?
My standards, I don't know. I really like men that are loving and protective and ambitious, intelligent. That's just kind of what I'm attracted to personally. What am I willing to accept? I'm not really sure, honestly. I feel like we all imperfect people. You know, you can't really just expect a person to be a perfect vessel. So I think you just kind of really got to get to know a person to see if you guys can create some sort of balance. Like maybe if I didn't expect that this was going to come with the package, but I also wasn't expecting this great characteristic that kind of makes this worthwhile or not as big of a deal. So I don't know. It's really case by case. I can't really say, you know, what I'm willing to accept or necessarily not accept. I mean, a deal breaker for me is just, I can't really do like dishonesty or like lack of loyalty. You know, loyalty is big too, so, yeah.
AD?
What are my standards and what am I willing to accept? My standards is, she has to be a black woman. That's just going to be my standard forever. Headstrong, ambitious, has her own, independence, and equality. I've kind of learned how to concede to that. I've learned that, what that's about, and just being able to, see a woman actually want to do that for herself. That's very nice. Sensuality, confidence. What am I willing to accept? I mean, we're all willing to accept baggage, but I think it comes with compromise. So, I think that's really about it. I'm always for respect, just also really knowing yourself, really just knowing yourself and knowing what you want. I mean, I believe that we all want to be some specific place at a specific age, but the reality is we're never going to really get there. But it's nice to, have wishful thinking, but just somebody with that to have those qualities. That's what I'm looking for in a woman.
All right. So if I could chime in on that, I waited till I was 36 till I got married, and I'm glad I did because, like you said, nobody's perfect, and you also have to let people's journey mature. Mm-hmm. Because at a certain point, let's just think about it. If I was 24 and I got married, I would never be at the point where I am now. I probably wouldn't even be able to do what I'm doing now because I may have stunted my growth. But I had to go through certain things in order to understand and also figure out who I was as a person and who I wanted to align with. And I was happy that I was able to find who I wanted to align with. She was, I would say we have a lot of things synonymous. but with polar opposites. Where I may be more flashy, she's more reserved. Where I want to be a little bit more gregarious and loud, she's gonna sit back and she's gonna observe. I'm also like that too, but I just have a style about me that I really don't care. I do whatever I want to do. So I just had to wait till I got a little bit older so that'll tone down. Cause I used to be a fool.
I fool.
Terrible.
Yeah, hear me, Mom.
So would you say that being authentic is the best way to be in this time and age? Being who you are and owning who you are as a person, as a man, as a woman?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I believe so because authenticity, it takes some time, I guess, especially for me, but just any individual, because everybody has a shell, like just me being a comedian. Just before even getting on stage, hell, I looked at the crowd and everything, but I'm still nervous. You know what I mean? But only way I truly shine is to be myself. I remember Melanie Camacho, and I know this is not about comedy, it's about relationship, but she told me something that helped me, continue to be happy within myself.
Right.
Because she said, we have the Martin Lawrences, we have the Mike Epps, we have the Cat Williams. Just be you.
Mm-hmm.
You will get where you need to be. And I believe, like, you can always see a mirror on somebody, man. You can always just see somebody and be like, okay, you acting like this. Now I'm not going off on a tangent.
No, but it makes a lot of sense, I think. I definitely think, like, authenticity is the way to go if you genuinely want, like, real love, real companionship. Because how can it be real if it began in a facade? You have to be, comfortable with who you are. You have to be able to share your authentic self with your partner. And likewise, in order for you to see, okay, I can accept that, or I can deal with that, or we fit great. You only find that out when somebody's being their true self. Eventually the mask comes off.
Exactly.
And one thing I want to say, also be real, like when I was out there, when I was single, I would always tell women, hey, I got many friends, because I used to be a seeker. It wasn't necessarily like, I'm trying to be a player. It's like, I'm trying to see what's going on.
You're trying to see what's out there.
I'm observing.
Right.
You're dating. Like, that's just what dating is.
It like Walmart always interviewing. They got a revolving door.
Target that
That's
dress
a bad
better.
logic to have in dating, though.
No, but
Right.
it is.
I mean, just always interviewing, because you're never going to really give something the time to grow and develop truly if you don't, at least set aside, your attention span to a certain degree for that. Like, truthfully. If you already have, like, manifestation is a real thing. If you already have that in your frame of mind of, all right, I got the next one in line when this doesn't pan out, that's exactly what you're going to get.
No. I think that's being misconstrued. But what I'm saying is, what I'm saying is, if you are just dating, you are not being serious. You let the person know. A lot of times people would say that it's you and only you. I'm only with you. I'm only doing this for you. Call me anytime. I love you. They'll say they love you and don't really love you. They saying that to play with your emotion to get you in there. No, but that's what's going on in this world right now.
Yeah, people are dishonest.
Right, because it's disingenuous. Like, the reason why we pose the question, what are you willing to accept? Okay, what if a man had all the qualities that you desire, but the man had a girlfriend, but he really liked you, and he really was able to take care of your needs? Would you accept him having someone else? Also, same man, if the man had multiple children, like 4 or 5 children, would you be willing to accept that? Also, if the man said, hey, my love life is a spice of life, I like sex, so if I wanted to bring in another woman, would you be willing?
So are all of these things at play simultaneously, or
No,
are you saying
these are singular scenarios?
Oh, okay.
Oh, singular scenario.
I don't know. So for me, the kids, yeah. If he's a good guy and I'm happy and he got a lot of kids, like, I don't have no kids, and hey, them kids I didn't have to have. You know what I mean? Like, right. Cool. We already kind of said I probably might give you one. And then there we go. We good. But so I accept the kids. Like the girlfriend thing, I think if I really felt like it was like a soulmate kind of thing and we really was like meant to be together, we could be friends. Right. We can be friends because if you truly feel the same way about me, you're not going to want to stay there, essentially, so, it's happened. Let me not tell my own business. But anyway,
I'm about to say, that sounds like lust, but okay.
no, not necessarily. I mean, men
The
leave.
friend thing.
I'm not dating. I'm not going to be with a man that has someone because the same way you got that man is the same way you gonna lose him.
That's
You
why I
gotta-
said
yeah,
we
you
could be
gotta have
friends. When I
boundaries.
mean friends, I mean
Yeah,
genuinely
you gotta
friends,
have
not like
boundaries.
friends.
I have boundaries in anybody I talk to. Boundaries. If you have somebody, if you're married, you need to be with your wife. Your wife can be whatever woman you want to be of the week, if you need her to be. Period.
Well, marriage, a wife and a girlfriend are two totally different things.
Mm-hmm.
True, but still in
Very
all,
different.
still in all, a lot of women go after men, and a lot of men go after single women, knowing they have somebody. You don't do that because whatever, I'm a firm believer, whatever a man or a woman sow, you're going to reap that harvest. And it might not be how you thought it would be, but karma is real. And it doesn't matter how you dress her, it comes back 10 times
I agree
fold.
with you on that, but I don't think it's necessarily a going out trying to. Sometimes you can stumble into a situation. You know
Well,
what I
I
mean?
dance
Like,
with
say
karma,
if you
so
have.
I'm speaking
Nobody
on
said what-
experience.
Oh, you speaking from experience, but you may
Mhm.
like be in school. You may have a class with this person that y'all may be in the same career field, and y'all just happen to like organically get to know each other, and you just like, dang,
That
I
sounds
really,
like Prairie View.
but I'm
Any HBCU.
any HBCU, that's Southern.
Yeah.
But but it happens, So it's just like if we really feel like we got something real, you know what? Fix your situation. We could be friends. When I mean friends, I mean strictly friends, And if it's meant for us to be together, we will.
But that attraction, see, you think about that attraction. That attraction is a motherfucker, right?
Yeah, but
That
you
attraction
can
is
control
powerful.
yourself.
No, you say you can control yourself.
I
But
can.
once you get in a situation and it's there, and I can only speak on me. I can't speak on anyone else because I'm 42 years old. I'm older than everyone on this set, right? So I live in my truth, right? So with me, there was someone who was a doctor now. We met in a time when I was going through a divorce. He was everything I needed in a man. He was intelligent, smart, kind, sexy, just everything. And we was friends. But that attraction. That man whispered something in my ear. My baby hair stood up. And it is what it was. It was on and popping. Until I had to say no. I had to walk away. Because I fell in love with him. And that's a true story. He made me snatch the whole headboard off the wall.
Oh, wow. While y'all was having sex?
Baby, that's a powerful tongue, honey. I still ain't had no tongue like that to
Or
this day.
cheap bed, but yeah.
Hallelujah. Hallelujah.
And
Don't
she
do
got
that.
covered
Don't.
by the sword of the
Lord,
sword
don't
that come
get
from
me.
the
You
mouth.
get him. Talking about some.
What you mean? He wants you to be fruitful and multiply.
Yeah, within the context of marriage, you hallelujah and I
But
don't
yeah,
think
you don't want-
he didn't condone that.
No, and I reaped my karma.
I mean, yeah, but I don't know. I guess it depends on if you got self control or not. I don't know. I
was young.
I don't know.
I can kind of relate to that, but having a friend, I told you about my good friend before we started the show, the ex. We were real close friends. We was at Prairie View. What kind of messed us up was what she used to mess me up when I tried to get other women on school. I really couldn't because they felt like me and her were together because we hung out so long and we dated. And when she graduated, because I graduated first, then when she graduated, we got back to the city. We made it happen. But I wish I hadn't done that. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like I lost a really great friend, like just being young. That's why I say
That
just
happens.
dating a woman at my age. She's still trying to figure out life, and that her journey has to mature. And
That's
so
a
far it
choice,
hasn't.
man.
That it hasn't. So there's a lot of things that's still missing. There's things that she got to figure out. And I wish I could have experienced that more as a friend than as a lover. Because, yeah, it was great. It was fun. The wild times was some fun times. And, it was time that, ain't nobody else can match up to that. But just to be covered in that conversation and just feel that person's presence, you miss out on that. So
Man.
anybody out there listening, man, if that person says, let's just be friends, man. You gotta
Stay friends.
stay friends, man.
Stay friends.
'cause
I've lost some great friendships.
you, especially of the
yes.
opposite sex, man.
Yeah,
like
just stay friends.
that is hard to lose somebody that you really truly love as your
For
genuine
real.
friend, because
Because you crossed that
Once
line.
you cross that line,
yeah, once
everything
private
gets
parts
weird.
touch,
Yeah.
it's not the
because
same.
feelings are involved.
And whoever hurt who, man, that feeling will never leave.
No.
And it's a bigger betrayal because you were friends. You know what I mean?
And because
Like
you
it
knew
feels like a
me.
bigger betrayal.
Yeah.
You knew all my secrets.
Right.
Because I told you.
Right.
And then you turn around and you use that against
Right.
me. That hurts. And
Now
that
when I run
hurts
you
the
over,
core.
I'm wrong.
That's why I always keep friends with bail money.
Mm-hmm.
I'll give it to you when I get out.
Facts.
Ken, you know I got you.
I don't know.
So what
need
about
for
the
me.
threesome one? He did ask for a third. What y'all think about the threesome? I want to know from the men's perspective too.
But like, what you mean with the threesome?
If you meet a woman that's perfect for you, but she say, you know what, I want to have a threesome
man,
with another man.
Nah. Nah.
We talking about threesomes?
Nah.
What?
They
You
don't
talking
like
about the
that
stuff Saudi
though.
was saying? Saudi?
Who is Saudi?
Oh, the one that Quavo put his hands on, Saudi?
It's
Sweetie.
Man, that name is Saudi.
Saudi?
S-A-W.
You talking
Who is
about Saudi
Saudi?
Arabia?
You talking about
What?
Sweetie?
Sweetie.
Sweetie. What?
Sweetie.
You ain't
Elevator.
saying words in syllables.
So icy girl.
Saudi. I say Saudi.
Yeah.
You so childish. But no, for real though. Would you? Okay, I'm gonna ask you first. Would you be willing to have threesomes if you had the perfect man?
I will go and get different wigs, right? And if he want me to be Shaquanda,
Mm.
I'll be Shaquanda that
Boy.
day. And if he want
That's
me to
that
be the
mature.
professional woman, I will be. That.
Oh, so you
I
into the
am-
role play?
No,
Yeah.
I am
So no
enough,
to the threesome.
No, because I'm enough woman to rock his world, okay? I'm every woman, period. Whatever. Make him write a blank check,
Okay.
okay?
Well, make him write me one.
Nah, baby, that's
Since you
for
can
this.
do all
This
that.
good.
Bam.
This-
Like I need a
I'll
blank
give you the
check.
game. I'll give you the game.
Look.
But
Okay.
nah,
Okay.
but nah. As far as me, you talking about another man? Ain't no other man playing
Oh,
around.
but you down with the girl on
No,
girl
no, I
threesome
ain't.
though?
I ain't down with no girl on girl either.
Oh, well that's
Cause
good.
I'm selfish.
Mm.
What's mine is mine.
Period.
You know, cause
I'll go to bed on y'all.
Cause
For real,
see-
for real.
cause
Yeah,
see-
I will go
You
to
look,
sleep.
in my
I
youth,
will
That
go
boy
to sleep.
say he's sleepy.
in my youth, I tell you this. In my youth, you know, I've lived many, you know, experiences,
Yes,
and
you
what I did not like when I was young was that, you know, I did experience that before, and they started liking each other more than they like me.
No, that was
It
you
happens.
problem.
No, that wasn't
No,
that wasn't no me
man,
problem.
Look,
Look, that wasn't no me problem. That
I don't
uncovered.
know.
Look, that uncovered something else. Cause you know sometimes you know
Oh, yeah,
like
did she
say,
shake her head?
And see, that's another thing.
yeah. hey, look.
That's
Hey.
another thing.
Hey, the other one look just like me.
Oh
Wow.
wow.
You got one that
With
like
dreads.
one more than the
Yeah.
other.
So you probably was her type, but you just had the wrong equipment. She got
That's
you-
right.
She got a girl clone.
What about
Yeah,
you?
right.
What? Would I
Would
have a
you-
threesome?
Yeah.
With
Would
another
you?
man,
I
with two men.
no. I don't think I need that. All that. I don't know. I don't think. I really just don't think so. Truthfully,
Huh.
like
Because you feel like you're more than enough woman.
no,
right?
not even necessarily that. It's just that I don't know. I think like the way my brain works. I think from start to finish, and I just feel like, am I gonna want to keep up that same energy like ongoing? Because you know how men are. They essentially, I mean, no shade, like children a little bit. You almost have to like.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? You really have to, from the beginning of talking to a man, you really have to like
Set
train them
boundaries.
without them knowing you training
This ain't
them.
no dog.
Oh yeah, no,
It's
it is.
training.
It is.
Train.
Training. Okay.
See what I'm saying?
All
But
right.
you do.
This
But
one,
you
Alright.
do.
this how you end up in plaid shirts. You know, you say train.
Yeah.
You wear a plaid shirt. You wear stuff that's not attracted to nobody else but her. That
Okay.
is.
Now I'm just playing. I wouldn't set him up like that. But you just got to think long term. Like
You like
once
what I
I
bought
introduce
for you,
this
baby?
vibe, it's not gonna be like, oh, remember that one time when we was on vacation and we had this experience. He's gonna start bothering me now. Like when we gonna do it again?
No.
And it's just like, you know what? Now you done ruined the whole relationship,
It's
and
too
now
much
we can't
work
be together
to
no
do
more
it, though.
because you can't just let it be a one-off experience that we just had, and now. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't think
I always
that you
tell
could.
people, don't ask me nothing that you wouldn't want to do for me.
That's true.
Don't ask me anything. Don't, cause I don't ask me. I don't lick on twat. I don't have nothing against that. You know, to each his own. I have friends that are lesbians, and I have male friends that are gay. Love who you love, but I like my men tall, black, and strong with a lot of cream, and sometimes I like it black. Period.
Mm.
That's it. Because like I said before, when you know what you want in life and you know who you are in life, all that other stuff, no. I know what to do in the bedroom. I can show you some things. And then maybe one day you can grow out of it. And if you feel that I'm not, if you need another woman, then go ahead. But don't come back.
That's true.
But I used to be a lesbian.
He's so childish.
I used to be
I
a
tried to grow
lesbian.
my hair out and everything.
Look,
Y'all are so
it was,
childish.
look. I stopped being a lesbian May 7, 2020, because that's when I lost my titties.
But you know what? Hey, on a serious though, on the whole
I can't with
threesome,
you.
on the threesome thing though, I was on a dating app and I was actually offered to, try to seek being a part of this throuple, like being a throuple.
In an actual relationship.
In an actual relationship with two women.
I have a family member that's dating a girl. I'm not gonna
I
say
couldn't
how
do
this
it,
family
though.
members relate to me,
Two
'cause I
beautiful
don't wanna
black
put them
women.
out
I
there,
couldn't
but
do it.
They
Head
want a
strong and
throuple.
everything. Head strong and everything. But it's like that type of situation. I thought about it and I was like, man, it can be a good financial situation. Like we all can save amongst each other. We can damn near get a house together. I thought about that part. But then again, it's like, damn, you got to deal with two black women. It's hard to deal with one black woman.
What do you
deal
mean?
with-
Are we that bad?
No.
What's
You just
so
need to be
hard?
catered to.
Really?
And that's
I think
time.
that's a woman thing, though. I don't think that's a distinctive to.
Can you say it again for the people on the sidelines? It's a woman's thing.
That's a woman thing.
Not a black one. See, that's what ticks
I
me off.
Have you?
can't-
Do you
The reason
do you
why-
realize how irritating? I mean, I don't want to just sound racist. White people are irritating as fuck.
The reason why
They
I
are
say
very
that because I
needy.
choose to
Like they are. Like think
I
about they
choose
are.
to
It's
wanna be a
super
black
super
woman.
needy.
I
Like
can't
that's
Like
not a
Karen-
good
to
thing.
my
Yeah,
black
they are
women than I
very
do to any
like
other
they
woman
are very
of other
needy.
race. I'm sorry.
Very needy.
Wow.
I just choose to kind of stick towards my women because that's the woman.
Oh, well, I
that's
get
the
why
woman
you
want.
phrased it like that,
Yeah.
then, because you only see black women.
I only
Okay,
see
I
black
get what you're
women.
saying. Then.
I'm sorry. I can't. I don't
Should
know.
have
Me,
paraphrased it a little differently.
I say what I said.
No, he said what he said.
I
It's
said
cool.
what I said.
I get why he said it like that.
Because I stated earlier in the show, my
not all
standards.
That you
women
only
are,
date black
are-
women, yeah.
are needy, you know.
No. To see the thing, no.
All women
I never
are
said
needy, though,
but
and it's
see,
okay,
I
so-
believe that a black woman
Not
needs to
all.
be catered to. She needs time. The first thing,
'Cause I'm
okay.
not.
We all have love languages, right?
But
And
when
I
you
believe
get there, you'll know that.
I believe that all our
I'm
love.
always be
Yeah, I
needy.
know.
I'm
Like-
never gonna not be needy.
No, but I mean that, and
So you
that's
about to prove my point? I ain't talk about it.
I agree with you.
Which is quality time. All our love languages. First one is quality time.
everybody has a different.
I wouldn't
love
say that.
language,
Everybody's
right?
love language is different.
Everybody is
I don't
different.
necessarily
No two
require
people are
as
the
much
same,
time.
right?
All right.
Because
So-
I can be in a relationship and I like
That
to be
should've
by
been a
myself.
question. So what is your love language then? Let's go around.
My love language is peace.
That's
And
not
I
a
just
love
know,
language.
but
sis.
you asked me what was mine, right?
Oh, okay.
So what
Yeah.
we're gonna do? We're gonna hold that thought.
Okay.
We're gonna go to a quick commercial break, but when we return, we're gonna have more lively discussions
Okay.
with this panel. So y'all tuned in with Worldviews with Ken Mills on Boss Up Houston Network. Hang tight.
All right.
Wanna be a boss? Let's talk business. Let's talk fashion. Let's talk health, fitness, community, lifestyle, and finance with Boss Up Houston, Saturday mornings at 10 a.m. It's Boss Up Houston, where we look up, stay up, and boss up.
And welcome back. We're back here. So when we last left, we were talking about love languages. Now we're gonna delve into that a little bit later, but I want to talk about something that may be a little bit more pertinent. So how I'll pose this to AD first. So how important are finances in a relationship?
Finances. Well, see, you asking a man a question. This question. So I try not to answer it in this way. Try to make sure
Be
I'm clear.
authentic.
Yeah.
Be authentic. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I feel like finances it's to each his own. To be honest, it's a to each his own situation. I think that goes into meeting the person and having that conversation with that person. Of course, obviously going out on a date, spending that time, but that takes time though because you don't want to necessarily dig in that person's pocket. I think it's best to kind of step outside and just observe and see how that person handles themselves, and just find the appropriate time to ask those questions. But that's something for a relationship, not as opposed to somebody you're dating. Because dating to me is something of interest. Relationship is something that you're forsaking. So I don't know.
So for you personally, like,
If I'm with somebody,
Yeah.
if I've been with somebody at some certain time, then yes, it's gonna be a conversation because I would want my woman to have, because as a man, I am the catalyst. So it has to be understood that moving forward, it's gonna be times where you're not gonna be able to work because that's basically what I'm speaking towards family, where a woman
Okay.
is not gonna be able to have to work, and she's gonna be on some downtime because I believe like a lot of old school thinking like for the first 2 to 3 years, she would have to take a part-time job and I'm gonna take the full load. Because my baby, and just the way the world is just moving forward, our children need to really learn from their mothers and grow amongst their moms and have that nurturing and learning experience. So once they get out in the outside, they can kind of be equipped with those tools. But that's neither here or there. But yeah, as a man, I feel like I am the catalyst, and the burden naturally is on me. Not as a stressful thing, but just I got it. The sense of I got it, and to assure my lady, the one that I'm with, that I got it. Take care of you. I might need just some little thing like, pay the Wi-Fi bill or, pay the little lights or pay the gas. But don't touch this rent. Don't
You
touch
have
that
old
rent.
school values, and that goes a long way.
All right. So you, Elena.
Finances are greatly important to me in a relationship. I mean, it's almost probably, I don't want to say the most important, but if I had to have a top 5 of the most important things when I'm factoring if I want to take a man seriously, finances are in the top 5, if not the top 3. Like, truthfully. So it's highly important to me. And it's not even from a perspective of what I'm unable to do for myself, because I'm gonna be good regardless, but just the examples that I had growing up, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know, like my grandfather, and even, you know what I mean, with my dad, like they real men, they providers, like my uncles, even my cousins. Like, I've never went anywhere with them, even as significant as pulling up to a drive-through, and I even fathom to, you know what I mean, like pay for my own food. Like, and I'm 32 years old. I don't think that's ever happened. I don't think I've ever really paid for anything, like if I'm around them, So it's not even just on I mean, I don't know. I just kind of expect that. It's weird to me when that's not the case, So I don't know. That's just my personal opinion when it comes to finances. I don't mind being helpful, Obviously, in the context of a relationship, I don't mind being helpful because I'm ambitious. I'm always gonna be doing something just because I just like making money. So I'm never gonna just not have anything to be helpful, but I shouldn't be factored into our survival.
Right. Nisha?
For me, my grandmother sat me down, and God bless her soul, she passed away last year, and she said, Peach, always have your own. She said, because a man can get up and leave, and you won't have anything, right? So at 10 years old, my grandmother gave me a skill that was instilled in me. If I'm in a marriage, because I was married before, and when my husband left, I was still able to do everything I needed to do and then some. Why? Because I was financially stable, and I was able to take care of my own with my kids. It's good to have a helpmate if you're in a relationship, that he can bring something to the table, because you can't sit at my table, right, and just sit there. You got to have something besides a big penis and nice looks, because that don't pay the bills. I mean, in some cases it probably does, but it don't pay mine. So I need somebody that's going to be equally yoked, even with the credit. I don't want to be with someone whose credit is shot to smithereens, because the most important thing as black women and black men, we need to have credit. Credit is the most important thing. Yeah, they say cream, cash rules everything. No, it's the credit. Because credit can take you places that money can't. Yeah, you can go put a down payment on a car, but that 18.9 interest rate is going to kick your butt. So, and I like what you said, because my father always said, baby, when you with a man, you never have to ask a man anything to buy you this and buy you that. Every man that I have ever been in a relationship with has always gave and bought me, and I didn't have to ask for anything, and that's a true story.
You shouldn't have. You shouldn't ever really ask. Honestly, that's kind of weird.
Yeah, but you have women. And we're going to be real. You know you have women that be asking. I don't have to ask a man for anything, because if you see me, I can pull out my own money, right? Or I can pull out my own cards, because I am self-sufficient and independent on my own. I have 3 kids. 1 child going to school to become a doctor. I have a 16-year-old. And then I have a 14-year-old mini-me. You got to bring something. Oh, and I have my dog. But, you got to bring something.
So the way that I look at it, in the way my journey matured me, I grew up old school, like everybody's saying, right? So the way that I saw that it was most helpful was that if the man built his own kingdom first. Mm-hmm. So if you got everything that you need to sustain yourself first, and you already have a cachet of things in the back for a rainy day, to make moves or whatever, then you truly ready to welcome somebody into your world. When you welcome a person into your world, it shouldn't have to be like, I need you to do this, I need you to do that. Here, you welcome. It's like you welcoming somebody in your house. When you have someone come to your house, do you tell them, go pay that light bill, go pay this bill, that bill? What they gonna do? They ain't gonna come back. Mm-hmm. So if you truly get into a relationship for the long haul, yeah, everybody got a role to play. Everybody supposed to help each other, but at the end of the day, the man's supposed to be the provider, the head of the household, and also the navigator. If times get hard, everybody chip in, but at the same time,
the woman is the helpmate.
Thank you. And the reason why I need to go back to that is because now, with the breakdown of the black family, you start seeing now where some men may be absent, or some men may be relying on the woman to do things that they should be doing.
Yeah.
And that knock off the whole axis of the whole relationship.
That removes the nurturer from the household.
That's right.
Well, that's because, and I'm glad Elena said it. She kind of said it without saying it, like the women possibly, especially in today's world where they're overcompensated for the man. Mm-hmm. Now, most women that I have dated do make more than me. I don't mind saying, like, even with, with the 9 to 5 and doing comedy, like, they do make more than me. But they still allow me to be a man, I hear
that's the most important thing.
And that's it. But we don't always have that woman in 2021. Although yeah, she makes more than me. She can still assert that dominance, and it's just not necessarily with her paycheck. It's with her conversation. Mm-hmm. There's a lot of things
with the way she look at you,
exactly,
the way she feel about you. Yeah.
And that comes off energy. That's aura.
You can tell, yeah.
You can tell somebody looking down on you and they shorter than you.
Even when you try to pretend to, trust me, I was married too, so I understand what you're saying. Even when you try to pretend to respect that person as a man, like, it's just like you can't fake respect.
I think it takes having a woman that's more aware and confident within herself, the way she don't have to knock the man down for having less, but being able to provide.
But when you're equally yoked.
That's the part. When you have to be with your match.
You gotta be equally yoked. I married young. Ken know my ex-husband. Mm-hmm. I had everything. My ex-husband was a great provider, right? Mm-hmm. Everything a woman could want. Everything. But ask me, was I happy? No. I wasn't happy, because when God blesses you abundantly, because we're going to talk about I'm gonna talk about God. When God blesses you abundantly, and you start having these things, and you come out from Fifth Ward, and people see all the stuff you have, then your homeboys tell you, come on, let's go out to the club and hang out. You have a wife and a family at home. The stuff you used to do, you can't do anymore because you're married now. It's okay. I don't mind my husband going out and having time with his friends, but every weekend, every weekend.
I get what you're saying.
Every weekend? No. You can't do that. And I'll never look down on anyone because I know where I come from, right? And when you know where you come from, you know the struggle, you can never look down on anyone. You can tell them I know who I am as a woman because I know what I've been through.
That's right.
But that's a small sample of what you're giving me is a small sample of what nobody else provides. You feel me? Like, what you're saying is something that I would want, but I'm not. But if I'm truly seeking, I'm not gonna always get that same conversation because it's a right now we're in the ego time. We're in a very powerful time with women, especially my sisters. You know, not sisters, but sisters, my black women. Y'all up there, y'all up there with everything.
It's up.
And then when Cardi said it's up, it's up.
Switch. It's
And
we leaving
nobody,
y'all behind.
And nobody, it's not necessarily. I think
like
leaving behind is a mental thing. Cause you gotta want, as a black man, you gotta work now 6 times harder. It used to be 3 times harder. My grandfather, it was 5 times harder with my daddy. Now it's 6 to 7 times harder for me.
Y'all gotta work together. That's why.
But and that's the thing, and that's why I say it's about, as a man, we are the catalyst. We have to find a way because at the end of the day, there's no excuses. We have to make a way, and that's why our women. That's why I said woman. She has to save for us, because I'm gonna fall short. But that's after her saving up for us. That's where the help really comes in. It's like they say, it's basketball thinking. Like when Shaq was that dude. But he needed, at that time, Kobe knew when he had to drop that 25. He had to drop that 28. So it's knowing when your mate needs to come in. But as the man carrying the load and pushing forward, but it also takes that woman that has it to be aware what a man does have and be able to respect him in that same process. And you don't have that.
And what I'll say is, well, it's not necessarily submission, but it's a point of, if a man truly the head of the household, a man should be able to impute some level of knowledge into his woman. Because see, okay, yeah, I can handle everything, but if she don't have the knowledge to keep it going if something happened to me, that's a lost cause. Like, God forbid, if I was to pass or go to jail or anything like that, I doubt I ever go to jail, but if some grave was to befall upon me, how would we be able to carry on and go forward? You got to be trained to go. You got to give that knowledge. You know what I'm saying? And it's a sharing of knowledge.
I was just going to
say,
give and take.
Look, women have an innate sense about things. My wife can pick up on certain instincts or certain energies that I can't, because most of the time I'm focused on business or focused on getting to point A.
Men are big picture.
That's right. So she looking at everything in between. So she like, look, you didn't notice this. Or have you thought about this? What you gonna do about that? And that's where your help come in. And that's what make it all grow. That's what make it all grow. But see, if you ain't the right type of man, if you leaning on her and you bogging her down, you're not going to get that perspective.
Because you clouding, first of all, you're clouding her ability to even see things in that light, because she's so focused on providing and making sure, you know, this gets paid, that get paid, thinking long term, having a factor in y'all future. She's so busy doing your job that she can't do her own. So now you done took the nurturer out of the household. You done took, you know what I mean, the person that has the keen sense of what's going on. And you know what I mean? You done took all of that from her.
But some women like that, like we said earlier, will take upon that responsibility. Some, not saying all, but
because
you said, you know,
a lot of women don't have the option to not.
They don't get them, you know, through you.
But so many women don't have the option to not take on that responsibility, and that's the thing. You know what I'm saying?
Given that choice, when you're not pushed against that wall, and you got to do it on your own,
you're gonna just survive.
You're gonna survive. It's black women are the
you
most
gotta put your weakness to the side and
on
just
this earth,
go
on this planet Earth, because we are there for y'all when y'all are down. We will build y'all up. We will motivate y'all. And the minute y'all are up, not all men, but you know,
a large majority.
Yeah, the minute y'all get up,
comedians, they look at Kevin Hart. You know, Steve
minute-
Harvey, they
yeah,
don't
the
ever
minute
stay
they
with their
get
day
up.
ones. They ride or die.
Yeah,
the
the
woman
minute
that
you
was
get
there
up, you
when they
knock 'em
having to
down.
drive around to these shows.
Hold on,
and
but that's
making
not the
shit
men.
money.
That's not the black comedians y'all praise.
No.
The ones y'all praise is
No,
Bernie,
she's-
who stayed with the day
Bernie,
one.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
when that woman
of
talk about
course
him,
we-
she just
yeah.
was smiling ear to ear.
Bernie
I watched
was
his
the epitome
biography.
of a black man, but you know the
Facts.
thing is, a wise man builds his house, but a foolish man tears it down.
Right.
Same as a wise woman.
my
A
girl.
wise woman honors her husband, right, or her significant other. I know for a fact I ain't perfect. I'm moody. I got a smart mouth at times, you know, but I am loving. I am caring, and if I say that I got you, any one of my friends can come to me, and they all have. And if I say I have you, I have you. I will go to war for you because you don't build relationships off of money. You build it off the strength of respect. And respect is due to anyone that is given. I can't let you lead me. I can't follow you if you're not a leader.
Yeah, but you're not a leader if you don't have no
Yeah,
money.
if you
I'm
don't have-
sorry.
Say that you're
You're not a
have
leader if you
something.
don't have no money. You can't. I can't respect you if you don't have no money.
I was just about to
How
say
is
that.
that?
I was like,
Because
that?
and it's not about the broke, so no respect.
no,
it's
no,
the reasons
them
why
guys
you're broke.
Yeah.
And the
All of those
excuses.
reasons why you're
So,
broke
so
is
they
why
sitting
I
on their
can't
behind
respect
and
you.
they ain't on their hustle.
That's what I'm saying. Why are you not forward thinking? Why are you not ambitious? Why are you not figuring out different avenues? Why are you not trying to learn the stock market? Why are you not trying this iPhone, you on the internet, you know what I'm saying? What it was Dolph said, supposed to be chasing money, but you chasing bitches. Your priorities are wrong and you broke
then
and you
half
want
of
me
them
to
ain't much
respect you
women.
and submit to you and treat you like a leader? Sir, be realistic. That's not who you are. That's not who you are. Not you specifically, Kim.
No,
but I'm just
but
saying.
no, I
She's
know
just
it ain't
speaking.
me.
She's speaking
But I'm just
truth.
speaking
I know
very
I'm
much
true.
truth.
But this-
Like
I
this
but
is
see,
some
I'm
really
at
harsh
20.
medicine,
Yeah.
and some
It's
people
okay.
just need to
Speaking
swallow
truth.
that.
She is
I said
speaking truth, and can't
It's
nobody
not,
get
and
mad
people
about
always
it.
want
I'm
to
not
make it seem
getting
like
mad.
these
No, I
women
know
don't
you're
want
not.
us because
I
we don't
ain't.
have no
I need to be
money. It's not about the money. It's the reasons why you don't have no money.
Yeah, what
That
can-
nobody respects you.
What can you do? You know, I met this guy, right? And he was out the military. And, you know, and he had fell on hard times or whatever. Because I don't judge anyone. So we went out on a few days. He was funny. We had a nice time. But then he started telling me all these stories about him.
Talking about his money problems.
Yeah, and all
girl.
this. And I'm like,
Turned off. I instantly get turned off when you start telling me about your money problems. I don't.
I can't-
I just
I
met
can't-
you.
I
We
can't
not.
do
Are you my man? Are we in a relationship? Have we built and established a
Dating
foundation?
in a
Like that's what I'm
relationship.
saying. Dating and relationships are
Interesting
very totally
And
different
forward
perspectives.
sinking. It's two different handles
Yeah,
on it.
I haven't invested any interest in our future. I don't even, like.
But it also go on the flip of the coin too, because there are a lot of women that don't have their things together that's looking for a man
That's
to take
true.
care
But that's
of them.
not your problem either.
That's
Like,
right. That's right. See,
That's not your
can I
problem
can I
either.
tell you something wild? That I start seeing, like, I see different shows. I be watching shows, and I see women. You know, I'm not gonna hate on women being flight attendant, but we all know women make flight attendant ain't that top rung, or how they would say a high value type of position.
A flight attendant?
A flight attendant. You ain't
I'm
getting
sorry,
no money.
yeah.
You ain't getting no money.
Some people
No, but I
flex
feel
on
like
flight attendant.
it really depends
But-
on
but
your
I'm-
strategy.
Right
But
there,
what I'm saying is, but what I'm
Depends. Kris Jenner was a flight attendant.
okay, but
So if that's what you,
but
I mean, use your strategy, sis.
but I'm just using that.
and,
Look, I'm
she
just
worked it well, didn't
and she
she?
worked it
But
well.
look,
She
I'm just
jumped from
using-
a lawyer to Olympian. Like,
Oh, okay,
come on.
but yeah,
Olympic
but
gold
yeah,
medalist.
but you not earning nothing. You jumping into these situations with these people based on their ability to give you something. That's what I'm saying. So
I'm not saying it's necessarily right, but our relationships are conditional.
Yeah.
right.
Everybody you
right.
with them for a
But
reason.
that's why
Right.
it takes dating first.
Right,
Yeah.
but
Getting to know.
what
But
I-
even
know.
if it is a financial interest, if you're a rich, I mean, I'm thinking if I was a rich man, you know what I mean? Like logically, if I was a rich man, especially an entitled rich white man,
That sounds like.
and I want
sociopath.
I know, huh? Let me be quiet.
Just
then.
speaking.
But I mean, logically
Yeah.
though, if I was a rich white man, first of all, I'm the boss. I don't really want anybody to challenge my opinion. I don't need you to think.
You need a yes.
I want you to be beautiful and do whatever I say. And if you're a beautiful idiot, you're not really going to climb the corporate ladder. You don't have the ability to strategize and earn money through life. Like, God blesses everybody with something. And that's okay. They entitled to have their
But-
superficial relationship.
But
That's fine.
all I'm saying is when we flip the
You
coin,
should
when we
have
flip on the other side of
know?
the coin, the other side of the coin is equally as wrong as well. That's what I just wanted to point out because sometimes you have opportunists on both sides. When I was dating or when I was out in the world, people would key in on a more bigger bone woman and think the bigger bone woman gonna take care of them, thinking they could prey on them. No, thinking they
Drake
could
dropped
prey
that
on
line,
them
boy. It's time to change.
for self-esteem.
You so shut
Look,
up.
they try to prey on them for
Shut
self-esteem and all that. You know, they think that they
That
can do
does
that.
happen. I'm not
Right.
even gonna lie.
Or they might think they can get with a bigger man or a less attractive man and say, "Oh, I know he doing well. Let me try to get at him and try to see what I could do to try to
Think women
finesse
are
him."
nurturing,
But when they
though.
realize the game is to be
So,
sold and not told.
Thank you.
That's true, but it does work to a certain extent.
Well,
but
with
I
these
think
thick
you gotta
women, I've
be.
been sold into their
You
bosoms, boy.
you so silly, but you gotta be specific. And you can't get like a big dude that's obviously handsome, gold chain, smelling good. You know what I'm saying? Dressed nice, and think you finna pimp him. Like, you know what I'm saying? Same way with a big woman, you're not finna get like she knows she desirable.
Yeah.
Now what you can do is get scraggly little, dusty little, like tell her a couple of words, and you know what I'm saying? Like it's people out there that does work on. You know what I mean?
Right.
You could tell who has self value and who doesn't. But
Right.
I don't know. I don't.
We all get
If you're not
desperate,
keen
though.
enough on game to even recognize the right prey, like you need to just be genuine.
But nah. Sometimes, like I say, on either side of the coin, people gonna finesse it the way that they want to.
Mm-hmm.
And you're right. You have to be able to be in tune and be able to discern when that is coming.
Right.
So
That part.
what I want to pivot to as well. So we talked about the finances. We talked about the roles of the man and the woman. So what would
I
make?
don't think we talked. Did we talk?
Yes,
about
we
roles of
did.
men?
We
Kinda
just
was.
did.
We kind of did.
Yeah,
We kinda
we did.
established
Broke it
that.
down.
So what we're gonna do? We're gonna pivot. Kanisha, I'm gonna ask you this question: what makes a great date in your eyes?
The lake. To me, I love music, right? And I write a lot. So I feel that a great date is we can get like a nice picnic or whatever. Go to Clear Lake, put on Pandora or iTunes, drink some champagne, watch the little seagulls, and just relax and vibe off energy. Because energy is everything, and it says things that words can't say. And that's a perfect date for me. That's always been an ideal date. And I had that date before, and I always go back to that time when this guy took me to the lake, and it was beautiful, and we sat there and we just enjoyed each other's company. No words was said. It was just, and we dated for like a year. So I found out he was crazy. So, yeah.
We all crazy.
Everybody
Yeah.
crazy. Everybody
Yeah,
has
but
their own
it's-
type of crazy.
Yeah, but sometimes some crazy is just a little bit too out.
There we go. It's just crazy that you can handle that.
Yeah.
Wasn't
Right.
your crazy.
That
Yeah,
wasn't
that wasn't my
your type
type
of
of crazy. I can handle the crazy, but crazy, I can't do.
What was he doing?
No.
Okay, so
As hell.
one day
man.
because
You can't even
y'all
go to
know
the
me and
next
Ken,
person.
we grew up together, right? So this guy, he told me, I like intellectual men, I like intelligent men. Got to have street sense and book sense to make it in this world, right? So we was having a conversation, and he said, this world is so messed up. I said, why? They killed off all the Jesuses in the world. I said,
How many
"Huh?"
was it?
It was a lot, because he was trying to say geniuses.
Oh, geniuses.
But he said
Oh.
Jesus is, and
Wow.
I thought I was
Wow.
gonna get ready to it was about to be on and popping, but when he said that, it
You know that man had a speech impediment? You broke on that man, he had a speech impediment.
I couldn't
Boy,
because,
cold-blooded,
because
boy.
you
I
thinking
can
about
see the
the
misconception. Geniuses.
I could see it.
I
I
can
could
see
see
it.
how he
He probably was
messed that
talking.
up,
He probably
how
was really
fumbled
anxious
it.
to tell you that.
no,
He had
he
tension
said
behind it.
he said you know all the Jesuses, you know them all.
You ain't say geniuses,
You
babe?
should have said, "Hey,
I
Sus."
told him, he said, no, I didn't say that. He said, I said Jesus. I said, you're right. I'm not going to say his name because he probably watching.
Oh.
But he know who he is. I mean, he was on the outside,
Oh.
he was was everything. He worked hard, everything. But up here,
You
Those
have to
ones
get
you
him a
keep
little
though,
hook
'cause they
off
be
front.
committed. They be ready to take
They
a
be
bullet
ready.
for you.
I know. That's what I'm
Those
thinking.
the
I'm
ones
like,
that take a
shoot,
bullet
I
for
would
you.
have kept him around. His little
You-
Take a
ignorant
whole
ass.
shotgun shell.
For real.
Look, I kept him around
He
for a
probably
year.
was super loving and just,
Yeah, but when he wanted to have those conversations, you know how sometimes we desire.
I get what you're saying, but sometimes
Oh,
I don't know.
yeah.
I feel like intellectual. I mean, I would love to have a man I can have intellectual conversation with. I don't want a complete idiot, but I don't mind a money making dummy. Like I really don't.
I need.
You know, like if you work in a plant or something and you know making real money, but you just not. You can't necessarily
you
work the
get corner
room
ready,
with a
you
bunch
got a
of
money-making
intellectuals.
dummy,
Like
boy.
I don't care because he gonna love the hell out of me. You know, him the type gonna bring the check home here, babe. Just
And all that
open
is
up
fine,
the
but you
accounts
still
and
gotta
you
have
just figure out what to
substance.
do.
You still gotta have
Lord
substance.
Jesus.
I don't know. I got a lot of. I don't know if I need that. I used to love
Yeah,
the
you
shit
know,
out of
you
me
can-
and make money like
Yeah,
that.
but you know,
Enough.
You it's just.
What's your idea? What's your great first
Yeah.
date?
I want to see.
I want to hear
See,
this.
y'all childish.
Don't come my way.
Yeah,
yet.
what's your
Ah.
first? Yeah.
I like to have fun. I want to like probably meet up for like happy hour. Get some drinks. Probably eat a little something. So we don't get too drunk. Go out go party maybe go to like a little lounge, hookah lounge, somewhere that's got some live music. And then probably get a little bit more tipsy and then kind of be on a, let's go somewhere to turn up. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like that type of, I kind of like going out having fun. I mean, I like little fun stuff too, like museum dates if, we really gonna chit chat. But,
That's
that's cool. But I feel like I feel like that's kind of, I don't know. Like that's relationship dates to me, like picnics and museum dates and stuff like that. That's after I actually care about the fact that you got like bills and like, you know what, babe, we seeing each other a lot. Like, let's start doing some inexpensive stuff. But initially, I don't care about none of that. Like, I'm not finna make it. I don't know. I don't feel like I just met you and we sitting outside of the picnic.
If you're friend,
Why am I
if you're
doing that?
friends, me and him was friends before we were anything.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. That's more like
Yeah, and then
That's after we in the thick
yeah,
of it.
he
You know what I mean?
He know exactly what
Yeah.
I like. So that's to me that's perfect. It wasn't expensive. I mean, you could take me to Steak 48 or Morton's or Maestro's or whatever. I could take myself there. Let's do something different. I like different.
I like Steak 48.
Yeah.
I like Morton's actually better than Steak 48. But
I
I like them type of
Maestro's.
dates.
$75.
Yeah,
You
it's
count-
probably gonna be $75 a person.
Yeah.
$150.
Same.
Yeah.
Whole
Look,
deal.
he counting it up
Oh
already.
yeah,
Like,
man. Oh, you said you a numbers lady, baby. I got married from this.
Yeah, I already know. You
The
just
bookers
got
already
it.
know what to pay
You
me,
already-
and I ain't even tell them what I wanted.
I mean,
You
I'm
ready?
not saying you got to do that all the time, but I like steakhouse. Like
Yeah.
I want to. I
That's
got
a
a lot
year
of nice
relationship right there,
clothes
baby.
and-
Yeah.
Really?
That's a what?
That's
A year?
A year?
A year for me.
A year?
Yikes!
Oh.
I'm sorry. I mean, to me, I don't think my love should. Well, I'm gonna tell you the first day before I get into that.
Yeah.
I believe in activities. I like adrenaline. You know what I mean? So we had to do something like the escape room, bowling, skating. Axe throwing, go kart. We can go to the arcade, laser tag. Girls ain't down for that paintball, but
I don't know. Paintball be fun though.
I like what's that little thing in New Braunfels where you tubing, you know what I mean? And then she 420 friendly, it's always fun. So shout out to my ladies that's 420 friendly. But other than that, I think the whole one thing that it would be dope, but that would take having to talk on the phone. I would like to kind of go into a drive-in theater and be smoking and chipping and enjoy a late-night movie. I think that'll be dope. Or,
That's
a rooftop movie. But to me, movies get in the way. You know what I mean? Especially in food, too.
You think so?
I think food, and sometimes, you can get a little snack. You know what I mean? Y'all can stop by a little, the best taco stand. And, shoot the shit. But sometimes a real strong meal, that gets in the way sometimes. So a good walk around a certain type of park when there's an event going on or, going cycling, something just to get that activity and just, because that adrenaline gets pumping and you just invested in either having a conversation or enjoying that experience with that person, you're able to have that conversation. Not just, and it kind of helps break the ice so you don't have to ask the typical, question that you'll ask the person that you're meeting for the first time over and over again. So it's just something to just get yourself going.
That's nice. What about you, Ken?
I mean.
Oh, you're not even dating no more.
Look, no,
Well,
never.
y'all should be.
But look, I tell you this.
Still dating, married.
Yeah, but look,
Right.
no, I don't. Marriage is totally different. I ain't even gonna put
So
that
y'all don't go
even
on
in the
dates?
space. Look, it ain't going on dates. It's going on experiences. So what I tell you like this: if you like in my position, being a married man, what I do is. Even I give you an example. For Valentine's Day, I think of an experience that I want her to have. So I set it all up. We go to Paris. I already got your reservation. We sitting in the middle here. I done figured out what we should be wearing. I'm going to try to get you something nice.
Too.
I'm trying to get you something nice. You know what I'm saying? Get you some, if you want some chains or whatever you want, we got that. Then after that, we can go have a drink, go chill, and you know what I'm saying? Do what we like to go do. Like Richie is ride around and go to Whataburger. We love Whataburger. You know what I'm saying? Ride around, go to Whataburger. But it's a different dynamic. But I would say in the beginning, it still was an experience thing because I wanted to woo. See, the whole thing about a man, when a man meet a woman, you want to put your best foot forward. You want to be like, you want to woo her. You want to let her know that she's safe and secure.
A man.
You want to be safe and secure. Like, okay, like, this is what I do on an everyday basis. So I go to Galleria. I might go to Grand Lux. I might ride
that's
up
like
here.
a normal place to go get food.
That's what
People
I
act
go
like
do.
that's just so extreme.
I do that every day. So if I was,
like you just.
if I was to tell a brother do something, take a woman on with you on your best day. What you do on your best day when you want to show love to yourself, include her, and then be like, look, you showing her something that she can learn from, and then also you can learn her too and see if she really like that. Y'all might have something in common. Then from there, y'all can just grow. Like, my wife, she loved fashion. She hated the fact that I used to wear plaid all the time. So now I just spice it up. I done went crazy now.
Now you got the paisley.
I love paisley too. I love paisley colors, all type of stuff. But what we're going to do now, I want to thank y'all for coming on here. We had a lively discussion. Yes, it's over now. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna start with Kanisha. If you could tell the people where to find you or any things that you're working on right now.
Sure. You all can find me on Facebook, Kenesha Davis, or Instagram, Kenesha Stevens, and also my podcast, The Real Life of Nisha D, where we keep it real all day, every day.
Yes, ma'am. To you, Elena.
So on Facebook, Elena Stafford. I'm on Instagram at Labels and Life, spelled exactly how it sounds. If you need a house, you ready to buy, sell, or rent, hit me up. Right.
All right.
And Lashley, it's Mr. Rowe with me, your favorite local Negro, AD Hodge, and you can just follow me simply, ADHODGE. You can subscribe to my website at adhodge.com. You can follow me on Cash App at Cash App sign, ADHODGE, the number 1. But other than that, I'll be at Phil and Derek's next week. The host for Open Mic on Wednesday, but also feature the 16th and the 17th. We have 4 shows, 8 p.m., 10 and 10 p.m. I'm going to be in Austin in May, so we're going to keep it weird on the 2nd and 3rd. And other than that, just roll with me and just, stay tuned for your boy. You never know where I'm going to be, but I'm going to let you know where I'm at.
Already. So once again, I'd like to thank y'all for coming out.
Thank you for having us.
And for this lively discussion. But I'd like to close with this. So we've heard 3 different perspectives. We've heard AD, who's coming from a sensual perspective. He also an earthy person. He like to ride bikes. He like to do fun things and enjoy himself. But also he keep it real. We also have Elena here. Elena like to find the things in life. She was honest about how she felt. And also she say, look, you're going to have to bring it to the table if you deal with her.
Period.
Then we had my sister Nisha here. Kanisha Davis, but I call her Nisha. That's my buddy for a long time.
Long.
So she came and she gave you her journey through relationships, her previous marriage, and where she is now. But she got to have a grown man that can talk some real sense and can treat her right. Now, I took all of these different perspectives and I threw it in a pot. I made it like gumbo, and this is what I think about everything. Be your damn self. Quit lying to people talking about that you this, that, and the third. Everybody want to be a CEO. Everybody want to be a business owner. You can't spell business, but you won't be business.
Ooh.
But you come to a woman, you try to scam the woman like the flim flam man, run your game, think you're going to get some from her. Then when you get some from her, then other things happen. You have kids by her, or any different thing might happen. She might marry you, take you in, and then what you going to do then? The facade broken. She know you ain't about shit. So keep it real from the beginning. If you ain't shit, let the people know you ain't shit. If you're a woman, and that's what you're about, you looking for somebody to break you off some bread, go to the right place, go find it. I ain't knocking you. Men, if you looking that way, do that. But realize this. You'll never be truly happy until you can make things happen yourself. When you be yourself and you be able to self-sustain, you got to get you together first before you put that on someone else. There's too many times that people get into relationships and they want to call out that they the victim. Like, they did this to me, that's why I'm like this. Or they. No, you have to take some level of accountability. It's you. You control your own destiny. You can deal with who you want to deal with. If it's something that you don't like, leave. It's an open door policy. You can always leave, but it's always people say entanglement. They think about a sexual entanglement, but your heart can be entangled too. Your heart can be intertwined by dealing with somebody, and you'll always have that love, and you'll give them chances. But you got to love yourself first and give yourself the first chance towards happiness and peace. I say all these things to say this. Whatever you do in a relationship, that's between you and that person. Don't put nobody else in it, because other people, they going to try to fragment your mind and listen to your business, and they going to put something in your mind that's going to corrupt what's pure between you and that person. You going to somebody else for an affirmation of a decision that you know you need to already make. You've already seen the red signs. You already know that this person might not be the best for you, but you kept going for a certain reason anyway, either for lust, either for fulfillment, either for paper, or either because you're just scared to be by yourself. So learn to be yourself, and love who you are, and the perfect relationship will come to you. Patience is key. Like I always say, open your minds, open your hearts, and stay safe out there. Next week, we'll have a panel here again, and we'll be talking about wealth. You're now tuned in here with World Views with Ken Mills on Boss Up Houston Network. Love y'all, and see y'all next week.